Hello, my name is Samara, and I have a pepper that I both grew and created. This is a turbo hob crossed with a yellow Scotch bonnet. So a turbo hob is a pepper that I discovered. I planted some seeds from a Carolina Reaper, and it grew something that looked like a habanero but burned a lot hotter. And so I took that and crossed it with a yellow Scotch bonnet. Hi, Sophie. Mwah. And this is what came of it. So I just thought it would maybe be delicious. I'm gonna cut it open, by the way. I didn't expect anything super crazy as far as heat goes, because those are both about, the turbo hob's a little bit hotter than a habanero, but a Scotch bonnet is pretty much on par with that. Maybe a little bit less than the turbo hob, but we'll see. It smells good. It smells sweet, which was kind of what I was hoping for. Look at that inside. It's cute. I am going to harvest some seeds, so if it's good, I can replant. So excuse me for 1 second. Okay, so I got most of the seeds out, just to show you what it looks like. The walls on this are not like they're not super thick, but they're a little bit thicker than a lot of the peppers I typically eat. So my intentions with this is I was hoping to cross the two because I like both of them. And also I was hoping it would retain the citrusy flavor of the Scotch bonnet and the turbo hob, but having the turbo hob kind of kick up the heat a little bit more than it would be just a habanero and a Scotch bonnet. So kind of smells citrusy, kind of smells tropical, and a little bit floral. Let's see how it tastes. Ooh, listen to that. It's a great crunch. Okay, so the flavor retained some of the sweetness, a little bit of the citrusy part of the notes in the flavor. It's a little bit bitter at the end, but that's a lot hotter than a Scotch bonnet. It's very much focused on the tongue and the roof of the mouth. That's very sharp. But I mean, If we're gonna compare it to super hots, like it's not a super hot, but I would say out of 10, well, I'm still trying to decide if it's a 3.5 or a 4. It was pretty tasty. It wasn't like punch you in the face flavor, but it was a really nice flavor. I think that would make a good sauce. That heat really sticks with you though. It's very sharp, like a bee sting, all over my tongue. If I'm being generous, I would maybe put it at a 4, but because I crossed it myself, to avoid seeming biased, I'll maybe call it a 3.5. But let the record show. It's a lot hotter than I expected it to be. It's like maybe a couple steps under a ghost pepper, I would say. Maybe more, geez, what do I compare it to? Well, I'll just say the heat of a habanero and Scotch bonnet, imagine those, and then I would maybe double that, and that's maybe where the heat for this is. I did enjoy it quite a bit. I grew it in a little tiny solo cup, so it didn't grow many pods, it grew 2. So I'm gonna wait for the other one to ripen. I'll eat that probably off camera and figure out if I want to keep growing this out, which I think I might, because, you know, why not? It's tasty. It has like a bigger burn than expected. It's kind of like stinging my bottom gums also. The heat's like moved from my entire tongue to the tip of my tongue and my gums. That's really strange. Huh. It's kind of just now going down as far as heat goes. So that kind of lasted a while too. Plateaued for a good minute. Those turbo hobs are a lot hotter than I expect them to be. I'll eat one and I'm like, ooh, that burned my biscuits. And then I'll be like, oh, whatever. Can't be that hot. And then I eat one again and it keeps burning me. Like, it's not like crazy out of control burn, but it's a lot more than I expect. Wow. Cool. Well, I love experimenting. Thank you for watching this far. Me rambling to myself about peppers. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing this. If you want to check my Instagram and my TikTok, that's in the description below. That's where you'll also find my favorite chili head YouTubers. And if you want to view more of my YouTube videos, you can click the stuff on the screen. I almost swallowed wrong, geez. I love you very much, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.